Book of Boba Fett series or season finale was this past Wednesday. And I want to hear your thoughts on it because it's not that I was let down with the episode. It was a decent enough episode, but it was tough to follow up the two episodes prior. The Mandalorian episode and then the Grogu and Luke Skywalker episode. It was impossible for them to follow up with that. And I have some issues with it. Like probably, let's start off here. Like the series as a whole, I thought was well done. We got 7 weeks of Star Wars content, which is more than you would have ever thought we would have gotten 3, 4, 5 years ago. So the fact that over the course of this year, we're going to have this, we have Obi-Wan, we have Andor, we have Ahsoka, we have all these things coming up over the next 12 months. It's crazy to think that, we're going to sit here and complain about it. And I'm not complaining about the series. I enjoyed the series for what it was. And could it have been better? Absolutely. But I don't think it's as bad as what a lot of people were saying. I really did enjoy learning about Boba Fett. I liked seeing him start his journey and becoming more than just a feared bounty hunter. The problem comes that they did not expand on that they started this journey, but like they ask questions to Boba Fett. Like Fennec at one point goes, "What's the point of all this? Like, what is your plan?" And he has no idea. Like he's just like, "I don't want to be a fearless bounty hunter." All right, why Tatooine? Of all the planets, of all the worlds in the galaxy, why does he pick Tatooine? So there's some questions that I wish they would get answered there. There's some things I wish that they would further explore, but at this point in time, I mean, it is what it is. There's not much that we can do about it unless they make a season 2. Do you think there's going to be a season 2? I think there should be. I think it would be great if they did do a season 2. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, I got some notifications here. Hey, Kenrick, it seems like you're watching, and yeah, I don't know why my videos like that. It could be the lighting. I'm working on that, Kenrick. I'm working on that. As you see, I've been doing some redesigning. I got a green screen here. Camera's not in the same place. I need to really sit down and focus on all of it. I got to get lights and all that jazz. It's coming. I'm really trying to get more in depth with the production aspect of it. Plus, I'm getting a new camera. I'm looking forward to that. I'm getting a new camera, so I can't wait till I get that. But Book of Boba Fett. So it was a good series. Was it great? No. I think The Mandalorian season 1 and 2 were both so well done, and the seasons left us on a high. We were excited. We liked what we saw. The finales were great. But then the Book of Boba Fett finale was just there. Because we didn't have a connection. We don't know why Boba Fett is doing what he's doing. Having the Mandalorian come in and help out was cool. Seeing them jetpack around, doing their whole thing, destroying the pikes and fighting the droids, all great. That was all amazing. I loved it. But again, look at that. Look at the fighting that took place there. Let's take Chrysanthemum, the Wookiee. He gets shot like 450 times and doesn't die. Like, I know he's a Wookiee, but what the hell? Chewbacca gets shot one time in The Force Awakens, and he's got to be bandaged up. Chrysanthemum just gets shot 536 times and get an axe put into his back. His leg looked broken at one point, and then 2 minutes later, he's running. There's some things that I that just were so interesting. And then the Rancor thing was great. I loved Boba Fett riding the Rancor. I loved it. I did love it. But why didn't he get Slave 1? Like, don't you think his ship would have been a little more precise and effective than the Rancor? I mean, he had to run all the way back to his palace, so his ship's there. I mean, that's just... But what do I know, right? What do I know? I know a lot of people are upset and they laugh at the whole spin move that the one mod character does. It doesn't bother me. I know directors are going to put their own little flair on these things, and as they should. I think that's the point of going and getting a director, a specific type of director to do this kind of stuff. Is you want to see their flair, you want to see them put their vision, their ideas on screen, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The spin move is what it is. It's no big deal. There was clearly a Robert Rodriguez direction, so it is what it is. Deal with it or don't. It's up to you. But my biggest issue with that episode was not all of that. Everything that I said was, yeah, it is what it is. But this is kind of what bothered me the most, and it's that the Mandalorian Din Djarin and Grogu were reunited already. Now, if you think about it, let's think about it a couple ways. Say you're a fan of The Mandalorian. You watch season 1, season 2, but the Book of Boba Fett just didn't interest you and you didn't want to watch it. So now you're in a Mandalorian season 3 comes out. You go and watch Mandalorian season 3 and Grogu and Din are back together. What the hell? Why is that happening? So that's one way to look at it, why it was a bad idea to do it that way. Second reason that it's not such a great idea is the finale of season 2 of The Mandalorian was absolutely heartbreaking and beautiful and amazing. Now, I know that it's been about a year, a little more than a year since that happened in real life. But let's just say your friend, your son, your brother, whoever wants to watch these shows now. They legitimately will watch 2 seasons of Mandalorian back to back to back to back to back, and then 4 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett, and then boom, or 5 episodes, 6, whatever it is, and they're reunited. Within 7 episodes, they're reunited. And it isn't even 7 episodes of The Mandalorian. So you don't get a real grasp of them living separately from each other. Because that first episode that The Mandalorian is in, it's all about him going and getting what he wants. He wants to make the armor to give to Grogu. And that's that. And then the next episode, he sees him from a distance. And then the next episode, they're together. So to me, when you really think about it, grand scheme of things, it was not a good idea at reuniting them that quickly, because it does lessen the impact of the finale of season 2. And it also, like I said, if you don't watch the Book of Boba Fett, it could confuse some people down the line. They watch Mandalorian season 2, and then 3 and skip the Book of Boba Fett. How are they together? How is that possible? So that's the kind of stuff that bothered me with the Book of Boba Fett. Again, overall, I enjoyed the series. It's not a series that I'm going to sit there and applaud like I do the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, but it was enjoyable. I liked it to a point. And again, it's Star Wars. I'm a huge Star Wars, not a huge Star Wars fan. I just feel like they either ran out of ideas or they didn't 100% understand or know what they wanted to do with Boba Fett in this series. And that's unfortunate, because there's a lot that you could do with Boba Fett. And the fact that even Boba Fett at the end of the season doesn't know what's up or what's going on, it's kind of worrisome. A couple of last things I want to talk about that is Cobb Vanth being in the Bacta tank at the end. A lot of people missed that. A lot of people didn't realize that. I was posting on TikTok the day that dropped and the day after it dropped, and so many people were like, "We wanted more Cobb Vanth. Where's Cobb Vanth? Oh, where's he at?" And it's like, he's there. We're gonna get more of him at some point in some form or fashion. We're gonna get more of him, so don't worry. But it's crazy to think that people missed that mid-credit scene with him. And then Cad Bane. Cad Bane, that was a great cameo. I loved seeing him in live action, but it felt too short. It didn't feel like, again, just like with Boba Fett, they rushed a story that they probably should have let play out more. This feud between him and Boba Fett, because again, all these people watching the live action stuff have not watched the Clone Wars. And that's where you get a lot of the backstory between Boba Fett and Cad Bane. And yeah, sure, this could draw people over to watching the Clone Wars, but I got to say, personally, I think they should have continue their story. And I don't think he's dead. I think he will be back because I think they realize that. I do. And Kenrick Regan, hey, I can finally say something. Twitter sucks for live. You're right, it does. But I find that I get more people on the Twits than I do on the Facebooks, and I can only do 3 on the plan that I have. So I pick YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, or Twitter usually. Didn't even know that character. Are you talking about Cad Bane? Didn't know Cad Bane? And that's my point right there is, it's a mysterious cowboy who comes in and he's badass and he looks cool. Like I was talking to my brother texted me and he's like, oh, I might watch Clone Wars because of how badass Cad Bane was. And I get that, but you shouldn't expect your fans to do that. You just shouldn't. You should not expect your fans to do that. You should explore a character enough on the medium that you're showing it on for people to enjoy it. So, yeah, Kendrick, I completely agree. Me knowing who Cad Bane is, me who's seen the history between Boba Fett and Cad Bane, I don't think they did it right. Again, this series has a lot of great ideas, and it succeeds in a lot as well. But there's a lot that it fails on. There really is, and I wish it would have done better. I definitely do. He looks like a gray. He looks like a gray. Yes, he does look like a gray. All right. But let me know down in the comments what you think about the Book of Boba Fett. What did you think of this season? Do you think there's going to be a season 2? Do you want to see a season 2? Just let me know your thoughts. I want to hear them. I love talking Star Wars. You can ask Kendrick here. He knows. He knows I love talking Star Wars. All right.